Good afternoon. Can I get a quick mic check? Hey, JD, thanks a lot. So bottom line, we're going to run through this one quick. Pretty calm day in the markets for me. It is October 23rd, 12:01 p.m., midday review. Take a look at some of these stocks. STX, I am looking at a short. I should probably be in it here pretty soon, but I think I'm going to wait for the stock RSI to do its turn back up and take a look at it at the top. Again, I was looking at it at each top here. But I think it's going to be a decent short when it actually goes. So that's STX on the daily. Let's take a look how it looks. By the way, the only thing I've traded today is XBTUSD, just doing some scalping there. So on the daily, STX is just under the 200 MA, and that's kind of my thesis. I don't think it'll get up there and hold it for any amount of time, but we'll see. I just think it's a little overdone, and that gap fills pretty much done, depending on where you measure it. Just take a quick look at some of my others. So SPPI, trading 1967. I'm in this one from 3 days ago. I'm holding. It's iffy. It's positive, but iffy. Depends on today's candle. Today's candle has a lot to do with it. I'd sure like to see that bottom of the first day's gap candle hold, 1933. It might have even been 1926 based on this number here, so we'll see how that goes. Shop, I trimmed some this morning. This is going well. I entered in over here, had to sit through the downdraft. So did a bit of a trim at 100-day, did a little bit of a trim at the 20-day, and my next trim will be at the 50-day. But very small trims, and then if it gets up over the 50, I'll be trimmed out about 70-ish% and ride the rest. So that swing is going exactly as planned. So that's SHOP. AAOI is the dog that's not working for me, although I am prepared for around $41, and it hit $40.80 today, so it's on the high watch as of now. So I really should be bringing my alarm down here. Oh, there is one there. So, well, I'll just get a second one going here just in case I miss the first. So my basic thesis is to hit it, double down, triple down on it, depending. What do we got for? Yeah, so 4164. So it basically hit the area. I can't remember the exact number. I think I had 4064 or 4074 as a bottom. I called it 41, but we'll see if I got that right, which is basically the top of this gap here, previous gap. So that's AAOI, shop, we went through SPPI, we went through SNAP. SNAP I'm out of for the most part. It worked. Well, it did work. And I'm out of it for the most part. I do hold it in specific areas where I was kind of handcuffed on getting out. So anybody reviewing the video, you know who I'm talking about. So I'm just looking for another pop here so I can get you out and you can go on to the next one. But that's SNAP. The rest of my holdings in Snap I got out of with a profit, so that one worked out good. Gold, I shorted up in here somewhere. Didn't get much of a short, but it worked. I covered this morning. I'm sitting on the 100 MA and I wasn't quite sure, so that worked out good. And I guess the other one I'm holding a little bit left on some of the accounts is Facebook. And the same folks that kind of got caught in Snap there didn't get in Facebook when we did. Facebook worked out. I'm holding a very, very small position in Facebook right now, and will continue to, because it's so small that, and we beat the first legs. So I'll give it a few days here. Got earnings in 9 days. I think that's my positions. XBTUSD, it's way off over the weekend. It's, in my opinion, some risk off for the upcoming fork, which happened last time. I am, however, sniping on the way down and holding. I'm holding a major position in XBTUSD. If you check the history on it, well, it's pretty obvious. Bitcoin's on the winning side historically. So anyway, I'm scalping on the way down with the liquidity I do have that isn't long, and I'm long about 50% of my holdings, appropriated holdings for Bitcoin. So that story is yet to be written. VERI, I'm watching for some day trading action, but I'm just not comfortable with it until it's over top of its MAs. I wanted to get a little traction here, and I wanted to see this MACD maybe turn up a little bit. The stock RSI is up and trending up, so that's nice. So we'll probably see some pretty good action in it here over the next little while. Sorry guys, I'm just responding to a couple people as we go here. Managing a few trades. Must be 30 seconds here. Okay, sorry about that. Let's take a look. So that's the ones that I'm watching. Let's look at what's going on here. So SNES. So when did this happen? It'd be nice to have 8 arms and 8 legs. 8 arms anyway. What's this, 40 minutes ago or so? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 11, 40. 30 minutes ago. Let's get alerted in the room. No. I know nothing about this. I haven't had time to look at it. I can see a stock that's coming up on its 100-day. It's got momentum for some kind of an agreement. I don't know if there's any borrows on this one. I don't know anything about the fundamentals. So I know nothing about the stock, so it's not a good idea to start whacking at something that you don't know anything about. But it is at 75%. At 100%, I'm sure it's a short. And at its high day there, I guess it would have been close to 100%. So that was the short opportunity. So you could stock this one for the 100% or the 100 MA, if there are borrows short on it. But there again, I don't know enough about it. AIMT. So it's come off. On its daily, it's really extended. Peanut allergy treatment. It's under VWAP. And on the weekly, it's totally divergent to the bull side too. So you want to be careful shorting this one. Because it's so far gone in breakout, I just couldn't get involved in it. But without being a fundamental trader, that's something you probably don't want to get involved in without knowing anything about it, because it's so far extended. EXAC on the weekly, very bullish. This is another breakout. Here again, I don't know that I'd get in front of the train right now. If you are trading these breakouts, you got to do it on the 5 minute in terms of the long and follow the rules. But yeah, these are, you know, absolute price action breakouts that I just couldn't do. SOL up over its 200 days, so it's a matter of whether or not it gets the turn here. So the way to do this, so I'm actually going to save this, because it'll be either a good short or a good long if that 200 proves out. And we're doing all the swings right now. We're right in the middle of publishing everything, so this is perfect timing. To get this one on the list. And analyzed. So I'll know more about this one tomorrow. It really doesn't matter. It's got to prove itself over the 200 for a long, or it loses the 200 and it's a short. That's just the way it is. So crossing 200 MA. But this will be on the publications that come out today and tomorrow. And what's different about swing publications is we're actually working on them intraday here, so we're pushing to get them out. PETS, P-E-T-S, standard action in this actually. It likes to gap. It's a funny one. The interesting thing here is it's got a really wide sidewinder setting up. So this is actually a gap that could hold quite well. Not my deal, but yeah, even though it is earnings, mind you, yeah, what you could do, it depends on how, you know, if you want to trade this, you could just watch it over the next few days, and when it, you know, when it gets a low in and it gets divergently bullish again, you could go with it because it'll probably hold. It's really timing. Or you could keep it simple on yourself, and when the stock RSI comes down and curls back up, go. That's the other way to do it. But it just doesn't have the risk reward that I'd be looking for right now. KALV. KALV, so on the daily, day 2, wow, it's actually day, whatever, 9, 10, 11, was coming back to test the 20 and popped. I don't know if it got news in there. It looks like it. But there again, this isn't a technical play. This is a fundamentals scenario. Dries, DRYS. I made a joke on the weekend about it popping, and sure enough, it did on Twitter. My dry humor that everybody loves so much. I can't say anything about it. I mean, it's a day trading momentum. QURE. How do you put it any better than that? STX. This is the one I want to short. How did SOL already cross the 200? We'll come back to VIVE. I'm setting that alarm wrong is the problem. Add alert, SOL crossing the value. So it's really not the MA, I want the SMA, but well, let's do it this way then, because I got to get training on TradingView's alarms. 268. 268. Anyway, I've saved it. I want to come back to it anyway. Okay, so that's SOL, KOL dries, STX, VIVE. Getting up near its 200. It has got that 50 under it. That is dangerous. Too shorts, it's dangerous. It's positive to the long side. This is actually now advantage bulls because of that 50. And you can see it in the MACD. Probably pop this time. It's got a lot of resistance, but it'll probably pop. That 50 is powerful. Once you get that 50 and 20 under it like that, that's a powerful scenario. So I think what I'll do is, because I'm absolutely convinced this will cross, crossing 200 MA. Okay, so that's VIVE. PRPO. You know, that VIVE, just going back to it for a sec, it is, the probability is so high that that's going to get followed through the 200 that I'm going to VIVE. Advantage, bulls 10-1, 50 MA, under price. This is a good one. When's earnings? Huh. 17 days. This is a good one. Okay, I'm gonna set this MACD on the 5. If I'm here when this triggers alarms, I'll probably go long. MACD crossing. Yeah. I'm going to set another alarm up top, just a price action alarm. Here again, I'm tempted to go long just right now. Yeah, this one's going to go. What's the volume like? So what's this? This is October 19th. October 17th. October 17th. Oh, they released preliminary results. Uh-huh. Okay, that's VIVE. Not sure. ITEK. So this is a really bullish chart. Good golly, what do you do here? This is very bullish stuff. Oh, this is a tough chart to read. It's bullish, I know that. I just can't give you a good solid on it though. VERI we talked about. NC. Wow. Wowza. Straight price action breakout. No technical insight, straight price action breakout. SKY, SKY. Another bullish chart. Those MAs get crossed up there. That 20 crosses the 50. You got a sidewinder, a big one. Yeah. It's near its resistance. It's bullish. Not my cup of tea, but it's bullish. That was a weekly chart, by the way. But whether it's weekly or daily, it's bullish on either, it's bullish. CCCR. I've shied away from this one to my own peril, so to speak, or loss. It got through the gap. I thought for sure it would stop. It hasn't. There's a lot of bulls in this, I know, like on a personal basis. Stock RSI is really high. I'd be concerned about it right now, but I mean, I don't see it stopping. You might have to live through a pullback or two. It'll stop eventually, but Tusk, I can't say anything about. CHNR. Riding under its 200. It's been there for a while. It's a matter of that 200 break. Didn't hold its previous 200 breaks, but ITEK we talked about. QURE was a runner from last week, so it's in day 2. Getting up into resistance. Day 3 and 4, I guess, will tell the story. LII, Lennox, trending stock. Fantastic for swing trades if you get the turn on the MA bounce. But now that it's in breakout, it's just not something I could look at, not a trending stock. IRS, never traded it, don't know anything about it. It definitely has the bull horns. Price action breakout. But technically, this is on the weekly too. I guess I should bring it down to the daily, but really the weekly tells you the story anyway. You really should look at the weekly anyway on any of these. So yeah, lots of good stuff in there. Nothing that I'm super excited about. There's a few I kind of like, but all good stuff for the most part. This SNES. Yeah, I don't know if there's borrows on this or not. I guess I should check. Hey? SNES. No, not at Interactive, not at water hose, TD. I don't know if there is anywhere else, but. Okay, so that's them. Now XBTUSD, Bitcoin, I'm looking at again here. There's a huge opportunity in Bitcoin when you get on the front end of these forks, because it comes off whatever 20 or 30%, and then last August it went up 40% after that. And when you're dealing with 100 times leverage like we are, 40% turns into 400%, and it happens fast. And you can trade the range up on the way up, so you can make 500–600% very quickly, potentially. So the risk reward is awesome because you control the risk, right? Okay, so that's our movers. As far as OTC, I looked through them. I've been hesitant to get into OTC lately because we've got a series of earnings plays coming up here. So I'm going to be busy with swings as of Tuesday, Wednesday for a number of weeks. The one that came off that I'm moderately interested in is HMNY. Watching. This could be support. MACD doesn't show it though, so. But I have a technical feeling that it's getting really close to support. DGLY, this was one recent momos. What a fantastic short up near the 200. So that's an example of a great short. MYO, day trader's paradise to the short side and long side sometimes, but it just hasn't stopped. Keeps going down. What else is in here? Same with ADOM. I mean, this is something that just keeps getting used up by the day traders. NVLN doesn't look like it knows where a bottom is. So yeah, kind of a funky day. A lot of these are good though, these longs. You could day trade a lot of them. STX, I'm absolutely convinced this is going to be a good short. Now it did gap up in here one time, held the 100 and then went. So you do have to keep that in mind. So I guess it could, but it would just have to prove itself out. Yeah. Okay, so that is what I know about. Sorry, I've got so much going on today. There's a lot of different stocks we're looking at here for the reports that we're doing in the middle of. So Quarry Rock been stocking HMNY also, yeah. I think it's close. Anybody got any charts they want to look at or ideas for the crew? Let me know. Or if you want me to look at a chart, I could. How did Netflix make out? Is it Netflix? No. Why am I confused? Tesla, that's what I wanted to look at quick. Tesla. Wow, I've been through a lot of charts here today. Brain gets a little fudged. Yeah, there's a lot of bearish talk, but I don't see it. I think people hope this will have issue. It hasn't got much of a potential downside in my opinion. I mean, it might have downside, but not much. NTRS. I've never traded it. Wow, nice chart. Wow, that gap's awesome. Over its 200, into the gap. MA's all cleared. All your indicators are up. Squeeze momentum's a little weak, but that's just, in that scenario, that can just be bulls holding. No new money coming in. And so close to a breakout. Yeah, that's a neat chart. How's your weekly? Wow, that's even more bullish. Yeah, your weekly looks better than your daily. All your indicators are up on that. Squeeze momentum's turning up now. MACD just turned up. Stock RSI is cruising, but it's got lots of room. It's got more than enough room to break out. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Good play. I wouldn't go anywhere with this. I'd be sitting in this. Because where those MAs are and those indicators, that was back in here, same scenario. Yeah, cool. Nothing wrong with that one, Corey. Technically perfect. Well, near perfect anyway. The daily's a little weaker than the weekly, but if you got the weekly in check, the daily will straighten itself out. Might get a little pressure up here at resistance, but I don't think you'll get much. You could get a 50% retracement between 94.54 and 96.63. So what's that? 95.50. So not like nothing. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Right. Yep, good one. Not even remotely a concern with that one. That's unusual. That weekly is smoking hot. The volume too. I don't get much better than that. Wow. Wowza. If I didn't have plans, other plans that we're publishing here, I'd seriously consider that one. AEO broke 200-day and retested and broke again. AEO. You know, retail could be the story of earnings. I know it sounds wacky, but that might happen. It might surprise a lot of people. Yeah, look at that stock RSI's turned back up. This is the weekly, by the way. So it failed the first test on the weekly of the 200. I think that's a bigger story than your daily story there, because it failed the first, but it's coming back. Another smoking chart, just in a different way. I mean, every other time it's done that, it's broke through. I'd give it 10-1 to the upside. That'd be my bet. Yeah, well, look at that. That's screaming strong. Look at your MACD on the daily. Awesome. A little bit of resistance overhead, not much. Basically a funky gap, kinda. It's not really a gap, but it'll be treated like one trading it to 1480. Your serious resistance starts in around 15.5-ish. Yeah, it ran into resistance last time, 14.5-ish. It'll probably clear that and run into 15.5-ish this time. And I don't know if that makes sense on the fibs or not. Yeah, 1562. Well, 1575. 1550 to 1575. That's probably what you're going to see. Mind you, that MACD, man, or sorry, stock RSI and the MACD, but this stock RSI, the last time it was that low, look at the extension I got. I don't know. Good one. Two good ones. Awesome. People out there in internet land will love you for those. Cool. Any others you guys want to look at? Both of those are awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. NTRS and AEO, both awesome in their own ways. Good eye. Okay, that's it, eh? Okay, I'm going to continue in my publishing here of the swing trades. Hopefully get them out here today. Well, they'll be out today. I don't know what time today, but we're actually working through them intraday here. So I'm going to get back to work on that. So I don't think you'll see me trade this afternoon, but I will be in the office for dealing with getting those reports out. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it, guys. Bye.